What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Trying to focus in on the Tampa Bay Lightning struggling to open the season. Obviously, my pick to go to the Stanley Cup Final at the Eastern Conference, actually win the Cup this year. And they're right now 8-9-3, 3-6-1 in their last 10, and lost a tough one last night, 1-0 to the Florida Panthers. Not exactly the way the Lightning wanted this season to go, but it's still early. And they're tied with Detroit record-wise. Detroit's 2 games at hand, with 19 points. So they're not dead, but it's definitely not a good look for a team that went to the final last year. Was pretty close to winning the cup, and has one of the best players in the league, probably the single best elite goal scorer outside of Washington D.C. As a free agent at the end of the year. You've got to sell him on staying in Tampa. And so far, the early returns out there. Stamkos is owed some of the blame. Only 14 points in 20 games. So he's got to produce more. He's going to be more of a catalyst for that team. And really just do some more things that can help them get out of this hole. It's just one of those tough situations. But again, they're not dead yet. We're not 20 games in a season. We're at the quarter pole. They've got to be able to go out there and continue doing their thing. I think John Cooper's a good enough coach where he can get them to right the ship. They've had some injury issues in net. With Vasilevsky being hurt. Bishop going down last year was a big blow, and Bishop hasn't been as good as he was last year, previous years. So that's something to keep an eye on. I think if he can bounce back, if they get the consistency from the goaltending, the defense hasn't looked as good as it has in other years. You got some injuries up front, and it's just one of those things where it keeps piling up. And you got to be able to overcome it. But Palat's hurt. Drouin's been banged up. Both those guys are expected to do some big time things this year. So having those voids in the lineup, kind of sucks. But I think they'll piece it together. I believe what Steve Yzerman's doing. I don't think he's going to make a panic move. I think he's been in the game for a minute, so he'll take a look around, kick some tires, but not exactly hit the panic button and freak the hell out. And the same goes for John Cooper. Now, Matt Carl having 0 points in 18 games and carrying their highest cap hit among defensemen, that's a problem. And I think Yzerman is hoping that he goes out and has a 4-assist game against someone, and now he's tradable. But we'll see. I don't not look like that's gonna be the case anytime soon. So having $5 million additionally to play with, and re-signing Steven Stamkos and re-signing some of these other guys, it's a bit of a game changer. So we'll see how it all works out. But definitely it's a weird situation in Tampa. I think they're gonna bounce back. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be in the playoffs. But this whole Stamkos contract thing with the team struggling is a dynamic that really can't be overlooked. I know that sounds kind of contradictory right there, but whatever. It's entertaining. And when they're playing good hockey, they're one of the most entertaining teams in the league to watch. Unfortunately, right now, they're not playing their best hockey. Anyway, that's all I got. Sort of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.